Okay, so I wanted to make a little video just to talk about my process and experience with the Lady Gaga audition. I know a lot of people have been following it. A lot of people have been asking me questions about it. And I just want to be straight up and just share what happened in my perspective. So basically the first day, I came at like 9:20. It's supposed to start at 10, and I was number 458. There was like 700 people in total. We waited 9 hours before we even did any choreo. Literally fasted by accident. But really, like, the people I was surrounded by, like, we were like, yeah, we struggled, but we struggled together, and it was not miserable, if that makes sense. Like, we were all very much like determined, and it wasn't like we were like, fuck this, fuck. Like, it was very good vibes. And yeah, I'm thankful for the people, the energy that attracted towards me, because they were my saving grace for sure. And then I get in and we learned 911 choreo, and that was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was really style specific, okay? But I was like not stressing, because I've been manifesting this shit. I've been meditating. In my balance, I was like, no stress. Like, it's about the energy. And it was all very much like aggressive, like, give it, like, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I got this shit. So I went into the first audition being like, let's get it. And then I went, and like, all the freestyling gets me nervous, but I go, and he keeps me. And I literally like went to the corner and just started crying my eyes out. Like, I was like, I cannot believe this. Like, I can, but like also, like, when you're manifesting something and you're feeling something in your bones, and then people validate you and be like, yes, that's true. Like, you thought you would make it, and you did. It was crazy. So I just started crying, and eventually I was able to get back up and got called back for the next day. So I go home, it's about like 11 p.m. and by the time I get home, and then I have to wake up like 7:30 to, meditate, do my yoga, and then go to audition again for the callbacks. And so I get there early, like 8:45, there's a huge line again. But then they like take in 1 through 400. I'm 458, so I'm in the next group, and then we're chilling. Again, thankful for the people I've met, because the people who I met, let me just say, I feel like it's tough, because at dance auditions, like, so many people are so like, and so serious, and like, what do you think he's doing? What do you think the step is? And like, yeah, there's a place for that, because like, we do all want the job, but also, like, I want to get to know some people. I want to, like, my rehearsing is like vibe rehearsing. Like, let me get the vibes right. Let me talk to someone about angel numbers or some shit, That'll get me in the mood. That'll get me in the spirit. That'll get me, like, manifesting right. So I met people today that luckily were on that vibe again. And then we went in and we learned this, like, really technical piece that was, like, it was, like, an aggressive ballet, nutcracker, army band vibe. So very technical, like, attitude, turn, and then like kick, like, straight and out and straight and like pirouette and all this shit. And I was like, oh my god, fuck, I'm stressed. But then he was like, yeah, this is like it's not ballet. Like, it's like, you better hit this shit. And then for the freestyle, he was like, show me your training. And I'm like, what training for me? I know how to shake my ass. And then when I was rehearsing, I was like hitting all these like crazy beats with my ass, and people would always like, that's what people would notice. And I was like, you know what? He did say be yourself. So I'll show him a little bit of turns and a little toe touch here, but I'm also gonna shake my ass, and I'm gonna like do it how I do it. And so I went and I kept again, and I was like, I made that technique now. This is going on. And then he was like, we're gonna teach you bad romance, and if you mess up a step, you're out. I was like, holy fuck. And so I do bad romance, and I'm learning it like hyper focused, and it's really stylized, like very monster. And I finally like get to a point where I'm like, I'm crushing it. I'm a monster. I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I am a monster right now. I was like, and I was just like ready to smash it. I was like, let me go right now. Let me fucking smash this shit. And I went, and like, obviously I went, and there was probably like one bit where I was like, what? And I like almost checked out, but I kept going. But I was very much like, I was like, I nailed that shit. I get the energy. And he was like, looked at my picture and was like, oh, this is the worst part. And was like, Max, like, I don't think that, like, for now, like, this style is not for you, or like something like that. And I was like, I literally collapsed, and I was just like, what? This is not, what? No, like, I'm supposed to make it all the way to the end. Hello, I'm manifesting this shit. I'm not meditating for nothing. I was like dumbfounded. I went up from the corner, started crying again. Same corner, tears of joy, and now tears of sadness. And then this girl comes up to me and is like, can we take you outside for filming? And I was like, what? Because they were filming like a lot of like the process, like the inside the audition room, outside the audition room, just like, I guess the process. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm walking over there, like over to like this secluded corner, and she's like, can you give me your name? And like, we're gonna ask you some questions. I was like, yeah, Max Larson. And then she was like, how was it? How was it in there? And I just started crying again, like literally ugly crying. Like I was like, bitch, hold it together a little bit. But it was how I was feeling. So I just was sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. I could barely speak. I was choking on all my words. And then I finally like got to speaking and was just like, yeah, like I feel like this was for me. I'm like confused. Like I gave my best. I felt like so iconic, like in this moment, and so blessed to be here. But like I was a monster and I did it. And like I don't like I just like I wanted another chance. And I was like, I'm gonna stay and talk to Richie. I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. And they were like, oh, you're gonna try to talk to Richie? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like I just feel like I need to like plead my case. Be like, I'm positive, I'm passionate, I'm here for the growth, like, I can work hard, like, I was, you know, what can I say to let me do this? And then I go inside, and I'm, like, trying to figure it out, I'm kind of scared, because there's a bunch of people around him, like, it's not easy to just go up to someone in the middle of auditioning a bunch of people and be like, can I talk to you? So I like started writing my journal. I was like, let me just write him a note just in case, so then I can just like pass something to him and he can read it and like read over blah blah blah. And then the girl who was recording me comes over and is like, we're gonna get you to talk to Richie, like hold on a sec. I was like, and I'm like thinking like they're making this whole subplot like in this documentary, like they recorded me crying and like they're like, oh, he wants to talk to Richie, like, oh, like let's get him to talk to Richie. I was like, okay, but also yeah, I do want to talk to Richie. So then Richie finally comes up and we go to talk, and he like brings me into this like private room, and I pled my case. I told him what was up. I was just like, I swear I can do this. And he was like, honestly, like there were some parts that weren't it, like that you did a different hand, and like, and my dancers need to be able to pick it up once, like look at it, and then do it right back. And I just don't know if you could do that. And I was like, I will work like day and night, like anything. I will do all the work on my own to figure this out. And he's like, and I was like, oh my God. So I was just crying again. But he really was like so fucking real. Like the way he like took me to that room and like even afterwards was like you're amazing, and was giving me all this encouragement, and even though I wasn't there, he was like, yeah, like take my class, like let's do, like every time I have an audition come through, and was speaking to me like just a very just person to person, which is why I wanted to talk to him, because he has such a great vibe and is so genuine and is so like kindness comes first, and like we are not on a pedestal, and like we are just people here, and like be yourself, like be unique, and you feel that from it, like he actually means that. He's not just saying that because now it's cool to be kind, like he's actually believing that and like demonstrating it too. He's not like turning around and being like, fuck you, bro. Which is really nice. So then like that conversation was like so powerful, even though it was still a no, like to have that conversation, to be able to like I'm thinking like my little boy self who didn't even know he wanted to be a dancer, and then like starts dancing at 18 from this suburban town in Illinois, and then like moved to New York, I was on a cruise ship, got stuck in LA, is in LA now, and then now is dancing and auditioning for Lady Gaga's world tour. Like world tour of Lady Gaga. Like what the fuck? I was watching that shit when I was little, like third grade, being like, oh my fucking God. So the experience in general was fucking amazing. And then I have that moment with Richie where I just feel like he really saw me and he heard me. And even though it's not my time now, like, I made my impact. I did my shit. I had my main character energy moment. And honestly, because I was crying, like, because I was vulnerable and I was really open, these camera people picked me and had me give an interview and then, like, got me to talk to Richie. Like, and that all just taught me that, like, being vulnerable and just expressing how you feel, like, truthfully. Like, in that moment, I was fucking sad and I was crying. Like, I wasn't crying because I wanted everybody to see me. I was crying in my arms. Like, but being vulnerable allows others to be vulnerable with you because they see that it's possible and that it's okay. 2, allows other people to see you for who you are. And 3, allows yourself to be who you fucking really are. Like, no fucking gates up, no fucking walls up. Just be who you really fucking are. And once I did that, then the things that I wanted came. Like, I wanted to talk to Richie and I got to do that because I was authentic in how I felt. I was like, I want to talk to Richie. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And yeah, so I love the audition. Feeling good. I learned three dances, made it past a lot, and met really fucking amazing people. And I learned so much about myself. I feel like I was on, like, vacation for 2 days. Like where you fast and you don't eat anything, you just dance. But vacation, because I feel like I was so present. Like, I was not on my phone. I was not on anything. I was just like, like, how do I feel? How do they feel? How are we doing? Oh, what's this step? What's this step? Like, just, like, immersed. And for that, I'm fucking grateful. And I know that things happen for a reason. I know that just because this didn't happen for me, like, it's not the end. It's literally the beginning. And if this is the beginning, like, and if I'm able to have this perspective right off the jump of it, like, bro, like, I know I'm meant for TV, and bitches always say that I need my own show. And this is just the beginning of me having my own fucking show. Okay? So it's just the beginning, and I know that new opportunities are coming, and it didn't happen because I was supposed to live this other path. Like, you know, I'm meant to do what's next, and I'm excited for what's next. And if you watch this whole thing, I really appreciate it, because it's a long fucking ramble, but it's a good story time in my opinion, and I think it's relevant and it's worth your time. I hope you learned something. I love you guys. Thank you for everyone who follows my journey and for, like, listening, and keep being you, keep being authentic, and always fucking follow your dreams. A dream's never too far away. Okay.